Then we have our SOD in the extranol 24. And this enzyme is superoxide dismutase. It catalyzes the dismutation of superoxide into oxygen and hydrogen peroxide, which renders it neutral. And it is a primary antioxidant in the defense of all cells exposed to oxygen. So our SOD, this primary antioxidant, it's been used for arthritis and other joint disorders. It's for possible side effects from different cancer treatments, prostate problems, Peyronie's disease, ALS. It helps prevent injury to transplant organs during surgery, and it can prevent lung problems in premature infants. This is a FARD scale, and it is used, you know, it's a little different than maybe a bar graph or, you know, a pi circle. It's one of the ways of looking at things. And they've looked at the effects of taking SOD on a number of factors versus a placebo. And what they find is that the Super ORAC Melon SOD supplementation has a really positive effect on perceived stress and quality of life, both physical and mental health, both physical and cognitive performance. It's also very good for sleep troubles, but it doesn't cause sleepiness. Now, this is very important because a lot of supplements, or certainly the drugs that are out there, when you take them, they make you sleepy. This doesn't make you sleepy, but it does help you sleep better at night. So the Super ORAC Melon extract can be used as a physical and cognitive tonic for healthy people. And to ensure that you get this, that you can take this orally, that it's going to be absorbed across the GI wall, we have a patented layering technology. This is a very special, patented, all-vegetable coating. It's non-genetically modified organisms. This protects the melon SOD from acidic pH of the gastric juices. It ensures the bioavailability of the SOD and the glutathione in the body. Oxidative stress, this has been for years one of the keys to what we think makes us get old. It's a main causative factor for chronic inflammation, arthritis, ALS, cancer, pulmonary edema, obesity, cataracts, macular degeneration, and accelerated aging. It's been linked to diabetes, kidney disease, cardiovascular disease, rheumatism, and neurodegenerative diseases such as Alzheimer's disease and Parkinson's disease. Here we have a look at how this works. We have on the one side stress affecting the body, and this stress can be from ultraviolet light, it can be from chemicals, either on us or in us, something we're eating, a poor diet that we're eating, physical activity which increases the production of free radicals, any kind of stress on the body. That causes a release of these reactive oxygen species, the ROO, or sometimes called the ROS. Now, usually when we're talking about fighting free radicals, we're talking about secondary antioxidants, vitamin A, C, E, and polyphenols. Of course, these are very important. They're found in our food, and they help keep us younger. They help fight off this aging, this degeneration. And you measure these by the ORAC score. However, the oxygen radical absorbance capacity test only measures one free radical, and there's thousands. And there have to be different tests to measure the different ones. So now, in addition to the ORAC, there's an L-ORAC and there's an H-ORAC, but each of those only measures one. What's really important now is the S-ORAC. This is the Super ORAC. And rather than checking on these secondary antioxidants, it's a primary antioxidant. The primary antioxidants are the SOD and the glutathione. These stop the breakdown in the first place of these free radicals before they spread. They become much more powerful. So we have millions and billions. SOD has a powerful and efficient antioxidant activity. The one SOD molecule can eliminate thousands of these free radical molecules. So 1 IU of SOD catalyzes the elimination of 1 micromole of free radical oxygen per minute. And it has a life of several days. So that means it's going to eliminate billions of free radical molecules. When we want to compare this, Brandon likes to do our dare to compare. And so if we look at this, here we see sea silver, noni, zango, Monavi, and Vibe, and these are from the websites that we've been able to see what they say their ORAC score is. Zango has a score of about 540. Monavi and Vibe each say they're around 3,000. Now I want to point out a couple things here though. And one is Vibe shouldn't be on this chart. Vibe likes to compare itself to these other things, but Vibe is a vitamin mineral product. Vibe would be something we would compare to Ultra Vitality. And Ultra Vitality score, just in case you wanted to know, was 250,000. Kind of blows that away. So these other things, these are juice products. And these are things that we would compare to Genesis. And so Monavi says that they're incredibly high with 3,000, where you see the Zango, the Noni, and the sea silver barely, you know, come very high up on the scale. But when we compare these to our new Genesis with Extranol 24, if you look really hard, you can see there's a little blip up there for Vibe and Monavi. The others don't even, you can't see them at all. We really blow it away. But when we're talking numbers about this big, it's really hard to, you know, get your head around it. So our Extranol 24 are super antioxidants. When we look at this, vitamin C, E, zinc, polyphenols, these are all secondary antioxidants. One vitamin C can knock out one free radical. It's a 1-to-1 ratio. One vitamin E can knock out one free radical. You know, one anything knocks out one free radical if it's a secondary antioxidant. SOD is a primary antioxidant, though, and it's fully active not just once, but it'll work over and over and over again for 24 to 48 hours. So Symmetry's Extranol 24 S-ORAC extract inactivates 1 billion plus free radical molecules. It's working every minute of every hour for at least 24 hours. The problem is, it's hard for us to get our heads around numbers as big as 1 billion. So let's do the math. I worked with some folks at the University of Chicago math department, PhD math folks. It took them 2 days to come up with these numbers for me so that we could kind of give you a representation of some volume. So obviously a 1-to-1 ratio, that's easy to understand. There are some products that say that they have an ORAC score of 3,000. 3,000 would look like this. However, our Extranol 24, an equivalent amount would be 400,000. And 400,000 would look like this. So we have them versus us. Except this isn't really us, because we really have in excess of 1 billion because of the amount of Extranol 24. And this is what 1 billion looks like. So now it's them or us. Symmetry is about synergy. We're non-reductionist science, making non-reductionist products for health and longevity. Symmetry's super antioxidant, Extranol 24, takes us into the next generation, beyond resveratrol. Genesis is everything it was, all the resveratrol, all the ellagic acid, but now with Extranol 24. Genesis, making good health contagious.